All right, you guys, step in here and learn with me real quick. All right, I got a few minutes. My new deck, right? The Chinese Five Elements. I started working on this project back in 2023 summertime, where I was attracted to this energy, wanted to know more about it. I actually did my own research, and then I found out that there was a deck that came out October 10th of 2023 pertaining to the energy I was teaching myself about, all right? Which was amazing because I said, damn, I need a deck. Like, that's normally how I work with the energies, all right? So, the way that I started off was I had to go in and look up every single Chinese zodiac animal. All right, look at the characteristics, pull up information on it. I did like a whole spread on each sign. I gained a lot of information, and then I had to go look into the actual elements in which is used in Chinese astrology. So metal, water, wood, fire, and earth. Whereas here, you know, in the astrology that I'm doing, it tends to be air, earth, fire, water, and apparently space, okay? Because we use the planetary transits. Um, so this was really interesting in the way that the book is explaining it. Whereas we are currently in 2024 at the beginning of the wood element, all right, with the dragon, all right, which is the fifth Chinese animal in their astrological chart, okay? So it looks like it takes, let me look this shit up. I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it has 60 pillars. That's what it means, right? So 5 elements and 12 signs that it has to go through with every single element. All right, so 60 pillars. And it starts off with the yang wood. Well, specifically in this deck. All right, that's how they started it off. What I find to be interesting is this, all right, and the way that the deck has it set up. At the wood rat, all right, which is the very first Chinese animal, it speaks about the energy of wisdom and communication. So it goes from the wood rat to the wood ox and then to the following element. So what happens is, if you were born in the years, say like 0 or 1 at the end of that year, then your element would be a metal year. If you were born in the year 2 or 3 at the end, then you are an element of water. All right, this is all in Chinese astrology. If you were born in the year of the wood, you end in the year of 4 or 5. So we're in 2024, 2025. These 2 years are wood years, right? Once we get into 2026, 2027, those would be fire years. And then anything ending in the 8 and 9 is earth element. All right. So with the deck itself, it starts off with the energy of the wood rat cycle, the very first zodiac, with wisdom and communication within those cards. So within these years, all right, so let's go back to when there was a wood rat year. So the wood would be ending in 4 or 5, and the rat being, let's see, I gotta pull this up. So we can be going back all the way to about 1984 and 1985. All right, where we're now seeing, all right, I'm getting, what is this? Well, probably even before that, because that's what, 30 years. Well, I mean, obviously, we're going back way farther than that. But what I'm saying here is that this specific energy starts off with the wood rat, all the way with wisdom and communication, all the way down to the water bird. Then we jump to, let me see, intuition and inner knowing. All right, and those are the wood dog cycles. So it goes from the wood dog, all right, all the way down to the water sheep. Now this takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in order to go through a specific area in which they're separated by the type of element and the type of sign. So every sign, all right, say we started off with the wood rat, that would be a yang year. The wood ox would be a yin year. Then we would move to the fire tiger, and then we would do the fire rabbit, which would then be another yang and another yin. All right, so that's the energy. It's like the yin and the yang. And in Chinese astrology, that is called the Tai Chi. All right, apparently. So interesting enough, the deck is separated that way. All right, they have the wisdom and communication cards. They have the intuition and inner knowing cards, the mind, the body, and the spirit cards, the love and joy cards, and then we have power and authority cards, and the growth and expansion cards. So, interesting enough, where we are currently right now in the Wood Dragon year, in 2024, okay, is the very beginning of the Wood Dragon cycle, which happens to be under power and authority. So for the next 10 years, this is what we're going to be dealing with. Power and authority pertaining to this year being a yang year, next year being a yin year. Then we move into, what is it? The fire horse, all right? Well, not next year, but next year would be the wood snake, and then, you know, in 2026, it would be the fire horse. So it would be where power and authority, but every single year would be a yang and then a yin, a yang and then a yin. This deck is so interesting to me. Like, I love this energy because I've been saying it. It's like the energy of people trying to overpower others is of significance. So last year in 2023 was the very ending of the cycle, which started with the wood horse cycle, which is all about love and joy. Did I not tell you guys when I first started my channel that there was a heavy focus on self and relationships? All right, so whereas last year 2023 was the very last time, all right, we were going to be seeing the opposition of Pluto in Capricorn, all right, with the energy of the sun in Cancer. We're never going to see that again. Even if Pluto's retrograde into, you know, this year back into Capricorn, it would already have passed the energy of Cancer, which that was the last time in the opposition. Now, when we think of Capricorn and Cancer, that is the divine masculine energy, seen more so as the mature father figure, and then Cancer would be the mature mother figure. I feel like if last year you didn't come into union with who your divine partner is, listen, you're going to be all about power and authority right now. Focused on solely what? Career. That's what I'm getting. Pluto is now in Aquarius. It's going to be there for the next 20 years. Okay. So, oh my gosh, what year is that? I think Pluto comes out of Aquarius in 2043. I think it is. I can't even keep going. Let me see. 2032, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That would be 40. 1 and 2. Interesting enough, it's going to be a dog year. I don't know what element because I'm not there yet. Like, I'm still trying to figure this all out. It's very complicated, but I understand it. So if I look into detail and say, okay, well, this is going to be such and such and such, right? When we move into, or when Pluto comes out of that energy, it will be in a dog year. So depending on the element, right? What did I just say? 2043. So 3 ends in with the element of water. So it's going to be the water dog year. Interesting enough. Was that on the bottom of my deck? Shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so it says play with the waves. I just kind of want to read this out real quick. Interesting enough. Anyway, so crazy. Because something told me, Jazz, sit down, look into this deck, start trying to figure out how you're going to utilize this deck for your readings, and do some research here. Like, what is happening? All right, so it's going to take us the next 10 years to come out of this whole power and authority card. We're going to go through another 10 years of growth and expansion, all right, as we hit the wood tiger, all right, within the next 10 years. And then once we get to the wood dog, it's going to take us back to the energy of intuition and the inner knowing. Amazing energy, right? Power and authority, growth and expansion, and then we're going to start off with, what did I say, the wood dog year. So intuition and the inner knowing cards. And that's crazy because it just happens to be, oh no, that's not it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is my wooder dog? I'm thinking of the wood dog because I keep saying wood. What number is that? 59. All right, so it looks like we'll be in the very last of the growth and expansion cards. But what Pluto is all about, it's meant for you to destruct, so rebuild in order to grow and mature. I feel like that's what this is. All right, so play with the waves, it says. Interesting. The water dog pillar with yang waters ocean. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Whoa, almost flew there. All right. The water dog pillar with yang waters oceanic force over the dog's insurmountable yang earth may seem ominous at first. Imagine tidal waves pouring over a mountain, but firm, faithful earth element conquers water, the element associated with fears. The waves have no chance of beating the mountain that has stood still for eternity. The intuitive dog knows when to jump into the water with glee and play with the waves. Our fears overwhelm us, but they can be contained with positive thinking, confidence, and faith. Setting short-term goals and having a long-term vision and help steer us away from our initial fears. Yang water, like fast-moving currents, also indicates rapid change. There's something new waiting when this card appears, but you must first get yourself to the other side of fear. Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone? If you're already feeling a sense of discomfort, accept that you're uncomfortable and pat yourself on the back. For that means that you've taken a step forward. It's rough out there, but trust that all will be well despite the ebb and flow. Your skills, intuition, and perseverance will keep carrying you forward. The water dog encourages you to embrace your fears and take a risk. Play a game of what ifs. Nothing in life is certain. The best case scenario may take you on the greatest adventure of your life. If you can live with the worst case scenario, then it's worth taking the risk. Prepare yourself for the best, but don't fear the worst. So this deck also speaks about the energy of like the perspective from the message from heaven and the message from here on earth. So it's kind of giving me like that yin yang energy. So it speaks about like yang, water's ocean invites fears, but also awe and a sense of adventure. Befriend and honor your fears. Be curious and question them so you can move on once you've passed the fear period. The message from Earth says, the dog's earth element is a stabilizing influence. Stay grounded and connected to your center to navigate through life with calm and ease. Interesting enough, I feel like this significant change in where we are right now with the energies of the Aries and Libra axis, when we're speaking about how we've gone through the energy of like self and relationships, like this is going to be the very last time that we're going to be experiencing this. Like this 2024, before we hit the Pisces Virgo axis, and this is what I'm trying to get at, is we're getting ready to step into water, all right, with the north and south nodes. That's like the energy of the moon for us here in astrology, okay? But it's kind of giving me the same thing with this energy. It's an earth element, all right, but it's starting off with like the dog is like swimming in water. You know what I mean? So it's giving me where you better not start barking or you're going to get out. Sorry, guys. What it's giving me here is basically the energy of like the north and south nodes. And we're getting ready to step in 2025. All right. The year of the wood. What is it? The wood snake. All right. It's going to be a yin year. But it's going to be where it's like the water and earth, Pisces and Virgo. I hope this is making sense. I hope this is making sense because I'm just like in awe and like how this all comes together, what it all means, how everything is in the flow. Every sign means something, you know what I mean? So let's look at this energy though, like the water dog. Let me pull this up. The dog. All right, so the dog is the 11th zodiac sign for Chinese astrology. All right, so the dog's energy is honest, friendly, and loyal. The characteristics is amiable, cautious, prudent, reliable, considerate, understanding, patient, hardworking, and sincere. The negative side of this could be your temperamental, running off of moodiness, and avoiding communication and disagreements. All right, so what's to be expected at that time is to be ready to help others. As I'm speaking of Pisces being in the North Node in 2025 and the South Node being in Virgo, Virgo is doing what? It's the energy of a karmic challenge, past life energy, and tapping into a natural gift that has to do with daily routines, your overall health, and how you're meant to be of service to help others. I don't know, you guys. What I do like about this whole Chinese astrology thing is the fact that it does give us ruling hours, and I utilize planetary hours in all of my readings. So every Chinese zodiac rules a specific 2-hour frame in a day's time. All right, so it's kind of giving me where it's 2 hours pertaining to us. We only have 1 hour, and it goes a repeated energy for every 7 hours. It jumps back. You know what I mean? But this is giving me a yin and a yang energy for every day at a specific time. So 7 to 9 p.m. in the year of the water dog, when we come into like 2024. I mean 2024. Jesus. 2043, when Pluto finally steps out of the energy of Aquarius and steps into the energy of, guess who? Pisces, water energy. All right. So it's kind of giving me where, like, if you are a very honest person, a very loyal person, and you are in a partnership within the next 20 years, you and your partner could be living a very mundane life. All right. Someone that is very patient, understanding, hardworking. The wife stays at home, takes care of the responsibility, like very simple, stable, life. Very practical life. That's what I want. I'm just saying, like, I don't want the big shit. I just want a beautiful house. All right. I want to be able to get where I got to go. I want to make sure my kids is well taken care of. I want to make sure we have something to leave behind for the family. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it is. So when I look at this energy and I'm like, oh, the water dog being at the bottom of the deck, there was something telling me, sit down and look at this. All right. It was very significant. Sit down and just take a look at this. All right. So there are specific information that I went through here. Let me see something. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So from January 22nd of 2042 to the 9th of February 2043 would be the water dog year. All right. And then we'll step in it looks like, oh wow, the water dog. So then the water turns into what? Hold on a second. Is it metal? No, I think water comes after metal. It might be another wood year after that. I gotta get this whole thing down packed. Yeah, it would start a new wood year because, okay, so it goes the wood, fire, earth, metal, water. Wood, fire, air. I mean, I want to say air so bad. Wood, fire, earth, metal, water. All right. Interesting enough, I am a metal horse. All right. And my kids are also both metal signs or metal elements. All right. But born in different years. So let's see. I got one in 2010, which is the year of a tiger, and the other in the year of a rabbit, my kids. Okay. So I have a very yin energy and a very yang energy between the two of my girls. And I've always said, since my oldest, which was born in 2010, was a tomboy. Like, I've always said that. She reminded me of myself, all right? With, interesting enough, yeah. She reminds me a lot of myself when I was growing up, because I always, like, hung out with the boys. And I was born in the year of the horse, which is a yang year. She was born in the year of the tiger, which is the yang year. All right. And my other one, she's very, like, feminine. She's super, like, loves the makeup, the beauty, the hair, all that stuff, because she was born in the year of the yin. All right. So it makes a difference. The energy, and they're both super intelligent. All right. Because I don't even know. Let me see. Does this give me, let's look a little bit up on here, because I don't think it's not in this deck. A little bit more about, like, the metal element in Chinese astrology. No, go back. Okay, there we go. So funny. The metal element. All right, so it says the metal governs the Chinese zodiacs of the monkey and the rooster. The planet Venus is associated with metal because it is white in color, and the Chinese color of death, and rises in the west of the evening star. That's interesting. All right, it says metal people love rules and structure. They often describe themselves as a rule follower. That's interesting because I don't like to follow the rules. In Chinese medicine, metal is elements which governs confidence, intuition, and our ability to let go. Metal people tend to be very organized, disciplined, calm, and reserved. Interesting enough, I am not calm. Sometimes I am reserved. Sometimes I'm ghetto as hell. It's just, it's super funny to me. All right, because these things, it's like, obviously when I look at astrology, I have to take into consideration I have a very masculine energy to myself because in my natal chart I'm completely ruled by Capricorn, 6 planets. So that gives me a heavy yang energy, like very structured, disciplined, authoritative. Like that's just me, right? It says here the metal elements effect on the personality. It says people who have a lot of the metal element in their personality are usually strong, dependable types. They're orderly and excellent decision makers, but they're also deep thinkers and understand that change is a natural part of life. So being open to change is okay. And I've always said that about myself. Like, I'm okay with change. Like, if I feel like I don't belong somewhere, I'm okay with starting something new. Like, I'm totally okay with that. So I figured I'd share that with you guys. I'm going to be utilizing this deck a lot more. You guys got to work with me here as I start getting used to the years. All right. So I write on all my decks. You guys know that about me. So if you see a picture that looks beautiful like this, it might have like some writing on the side. But that's for me to understand while I'm doing a reading, comparing to who this person might be in the reading, what you may be looking forward to, a time frame of, of significance, a personality type, anything that may refer to the actual reading is what I'm going to be utilizing these cards for. All right, so this was like the perfect deck that they can come out with. Interesting enough. All right, so I just want to look into something real quick. All right, so last year we were in 2023, we were in the water rabbit year. Interesting. The water rabbit. Let me look it up. Where would that fall into place? In the love and joy cards. I want to read that out. Just see if this kind of resonates with you guys. All right. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. It says the sweetness of quiet love with the water rabbit. As one of the 4 special pillars with divine support, the water rabbit appears as a sign that your spiritual team is here to support you with love and guidance every step of the way. Listen to their wisdom, represented by yin water in the heavenly frequency. The gentle, agreeable rabbit, a pure yin wood sign associated with nature in bloom, is the diplomat of the Chinese zodiac, naturally skilled in bringing people all kinds of backgrounds together to collaborate and contribute their best. Her strength lies in her readiness to bend and yield to adapt to life circumstances. Your guides are more than ready to help you attain everlasting love that will take you to a new phase of life. Open yourself to that love by simply being your most authentic self and accepting your loved ones as they are. Discover your unique gifts and explore what inspires you to be your best self, and encourage your loved ones to do the same for themselves. Give yourself the space and the creativity to thrive and flourish without losing yourself to another. This card highlights the quiet power of love as a force of the divine feminine. The yin attracts love by becoming that love. Instead of pushing and competing against the flow, the yin manifests and pulls positive energy by simply allowing and surrendering to the flow. Relax into the quiet and you may realize that you're already surrounded by love. So again, with the yin and yang energies, the messages from heaven and earth. Heaven says your guides are easier to connect with when your mind is as clear as water in the calm lake. Recognize their presence and divine assistance, which can come through feelings, sounds, and visions. It's crazy, you guys. Last year when this whole transformation started for me, well, it was like heavy last year, but I had my entire family like on me, like, you need to be you need to be this yang person, this boss bitch that you are. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening to me. Like, all right. Message from Earth. The rabbit awakens the muse within, expressing yourself creatively to discover the many colors of love. All right. So, again, it was a heavy deal on the energy changing. It wasn't me. I don't know what the hell was going on. I just started learning about all this. But this kind of explains exactly what it was. It was like you wanted quiet love. You needed time to distance yourself away to find out what it was that you wanted to do creatively in order to move forward. Here in the wood dragon year. All right, because this one I already read it out in my reading yesterday, I believe it was, saying that you have the strength, and this is the very beginning of the power and authority cards. All right, so listen, get this deck. You guys have to get this deck. It's such a good deck. All right. Again, I'm going to continue working with it. Where the hell? Oh, yeah, I'm going to continue working with it. This is what it looks like. All right, Vicky Iskander. All right, and it's illustrated by Candace Soon. I love it. It's the Rising Phoenix, guys. All right, and this is what the cards look like. Super pretty, pretty, pretty deck. All right, beautiful colors, beautiful flowers. Everything in here is amazing. All right. I don't know if you guys would be interested, but they do have a festival over in Philadelphia every year. It's the Chinese Lantern Festival, and they always do this like huge dragon, and you can see it from like the Ben Franklin Bridge. This year I feel it's gonna be a big deal for that. They normally do it at the beginning of summer up until the end of summer. All right, and because this year is the year of the dragon, I feel like it's gonna be big. All right, they always have like nice dancers. I believe they serve food and stuff there. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going this year because I have to. All right. I thought I'd share that with you guys. I'm going to be leaving the reading there, and I'll check you out in a bit.